Alright guys, so today we'll be ranking every Call of Duty single player character from COD 4 onward. And as you can see here, I took every character from the COD wiki, and which goes up to like over 300 characters we have here, so it's a lot. So yeah, so like S tier is gonna be for those characters that like are recognizable beyond the games, beyond Call of Duty fans. I'm talking Ghost, Price, Woods. The best one. A tier is gonna be for those who aren't as big as S tier characters, but like are still good, are still interesting characters, characters that you wanna know more about. You wanna see how their story develops. B tier, however, you know Wait. Actually, let me change something here. We don't need C tier, right? So B tier is for all those characters that like you recognize them, you know who they are, but you don't like them, or you rather just don't care about them because they're boring or stupid or like stereotypes. So yeah, D tier. D tier. I'm actually gonna name it like who, because D tier is for those characters that I'm gonna tell you their name, show you their picture, and you're gonna go like, who? And an E tier is for the NPCs. It's those characters who are like there, either just to die, or like basically just, who are there just by name, or just to fill the screen. Who even make me question why somebody even bothered to write about them in the wiki. So you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so first one. Which one's first one? Oh yeah, right. It's General Hakim. And if you don't know who he is, he's one of the villains in Black Ops 3 in the campaign. So, it's who, because it's not an NPC, but like, who cares? Now Adler is a more interesting character because it's Adler. And now I don't know if I should put him in S or A, because I think I should put him in S, because Activision has really put this character in the spotlight during the Warzone seasons for Black Ops Cold War. And he's like really been like head of the marketing campaigns, and he's an interesting character also. He's like this, to me, Brad Pitt-esque like character, this suspicious CIA agent, so I think he deserves the S rank. But anyway, next is Al-Assad. And Khaled Al-Assad isn't interesting. He's not interesting, but he's recognizable. He's a stereotype, but everyone knows who he is, or like remembers him, because he kills you. And yeah, it's a memorable scene, but that's just it. Next up is Alexander Haig, and as you're gonna see, for all the characters that are actually real in the real life, I took real pictures of them, because why not? And I mean, who is Alexander Haig? Like, maybe if you're from the US, you know him, you remember him. He's like, he played a big part in your life. I don't know. But like, he's barely in the game. He's like in one cutscene, that one with Roosevelt. And that's basically it. Alex. Okay, Alex is recognizable. Everybody remembers Alex. Now, is he an A character? Or is he a B character? I think he's a B character. I think that maybe they can develop his story more. Like, if he didn't really die at the end of Modern Warfare 2019, I think they can expand his story and his character. Maybe he'll become a better character. But like right now, he's just your typical rogue CIA agent, who has a heart of gold, and like cares about the people he's working with. And it's like, yeah, cool, but we've seen your story before. But next up is Alan. It's not Alan the character from Modern Warfare 2 who you play. It's just some random NPC that fights with you in Semper Fi. And again, and you're gonna see lots of these. But again, why did someone bother writing about him? I don't know. But he's there, so I've added it. And next is also an NPC. Next is General Amso. I know you guys remember him because he's one of the best missions in the game, which is Vendetta. But that's what he is. They don't develop him like other Nazi characters in the game. So yeah. All right. Next up is, who is this guy? What the fuck? All right. Oh yeah, right. This is Andrei Kharkov. You play as him in that airplane level in Modern Warfare 3, and he's a character, but look at his picture. Next is Arthur Kingsley. We have yet to see more from this character, and the Vanguard sequel, which I hope comes out, because I hate when COD just creates stories and doesn't develop it. But there isn't much to him. He's kind of just a generic British soldier, for now at least. So we'll see. But for now, he's a B. Next is Roja's assistant. He's the guy who hunt down in Modern Warfare 2 in the Brazilian favelas. He's a who, definitely. And just let me rant about something here real quick. There's 3 levels across, I think it's 18 games now. Call of Duty games in total. Over 200 levels if you count COD 1, COD 2, COD 3. In all of these, there's only 3 missions in Brazil. And the only Brazilian character in the entire game, across all games, across the entire series, not counting multiplayer agents because I don't know those, but across all the campaigns, all the stories, there's only one Brazilian character. And he doesn't even have a name. His name is Assistant. Fuck you. Fuck you, Activision. Give me a proper Brazilian character. But whatever. Next is... Who is this? This is McCallum. Yeah, who, right? Next is Perez. I think he's kind of memorable. I remember him. This is Bell. I'm going to put Bell in A because you're Bell. He's the guy you control in Cold War. And we don't know what they're going to do with their story either. But I think it was an interesting take that they did. Doing this brainwashing thing and, having multiple choices. It gives more life to the character. Bowman's it's Ice Cube. A, I wish you could have seen more from him. Honestly, he should be a B tier character because when you think about it, he doesn't do much in the game, but he's cool. He's Ice Cube. Who doesn't like Ice Cube? Next up is Admiral Briggs. Admiral Briggs. You know what? I think Admiral Briggs is an A tier character. I don't know. I think if he hadn't been killed off in Black Ops 2, if he had been developed more, he would have been this very interesting character. He's also stereotypical. All of them are really, but I don't know. He had a different dynamic than most of them. He had his own personality, and he was very clear about that. And I just wanted to see more from it. This is Carlos, if you remember him. He appears in one level, and when you kill Castro. And you know what? I think we're gonna need another tier below. It's gonna be C tier. It's gonna be for cause General Amstel, Volkov, the Russian president, Carlos, Perez. They aren't as big as these guys, so yeah, C tier. Castro. Okay, I need to put Castro in S tier because he's Fidel Castro. Everybody knows who Fidel Castro is. This is Chernov. I like Chernov. He's a nice character. He's the most interesting character in, well, not the most, but Raznov's the most interesting character in World at War, and then there's Chernov. And he's interesting because he writes a book, or rather a diary, and he dies and he carries the flag, and He's vocal against his opposition of violence and brutality in the war, and he's kind of a contrast to everything you're seeing. But again, he gets brutally murdered. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, everyone knows who this is, or rather not, but this is Chloe Lynch. Wait, no, Chernoff goes here. And Chloe, I think Chloe's an A character. She's interesting, I think. Like, just the fact that she's a woman in a Call of Duty game, like, already sets her apart. Like, and that's sad. But it's a fact. Like, look at this. You can count the woman on your fingers, really. But anyway, she's also like this hacker and punk girl, and you know, she has her own personality. This is an NPC. Clark is a B character. You know who he is. There isn't much to him really. He's like a scientist who worked for the enemy, and now he got screwed, and he fights alongside you, and he dies. He's interesting, a little bit. If you really make an effort, he becomes interesting. But anyway, this is Cormac. I like Cormac. I like the actor who plays him. I like his struggle in the story. His death scene is actually like interesting. Yeah, he's a lot better than most characters. Corvus is an A character. He's original. Like this AI intelligence that went rogue, and what you see here is like his personification in this virtual world, and like his story, the plot of Black Ops 3 is shit, but he's interesting. His design is interesting, and I think they could have done more with Crosby. He's just you might remember him, but he's just a generic, faceless CIA agent. All right, Danny Lee. Just from the campaign, he would be a who. Nobody would notice him. Nobody would recognize him. But he's actually in the Black Ops 3 multiplayer in one of the menus, and he gives you guns, I think. So he's a B because he's relevant to the game. Davis from World War II. He's just like, what was the name? Colonel Norris. He's just your standard, except now World War II, like general. He's a no guy. He's stern, and that's it. DeFalco's the C. He's only recognizable because of the white hair and I think white eyes, but that's it. This is Belikov. He's a C. He's not interesting at all. He's just your standard Soviet character, which are always dubbed by the same person. I don't know the name of the actor right now, but it's always that guy. He's been like in countless Call of Duties. He's in Metro Last Light. Yeah. No. Dragovich, I won't rank him an A because he's just a super villain. Clark goes down. Danny also. Al-Assad also. Yeah. Next up is Styles. He's your stereotypical like nerdy soldier, because in movie squads you always need the one with the glasses. But I like him. He has more character development than any of these actually, really, by a long shot. This is my favorite character. This is Driver. He's the guy who gets shot in the favela. I'm gonna place him in C just because it's Driver. Are gonna not place Driver in C. This is Dunn. I like him. He's like just your standard Ranger, but I like his voice actor, and I think they develop him enough. He's not just a plank of wood. He has fears, worries, angers, thoughts. I like him. This is Ethan. He's actually, I think, one of my favorite characters in the series, because he's like this robot with his own personality. He makes quips. He talks. He argues. He just feels like a guy that you want to be around, like you could have a good time with. That's all. Your dad. Your dad goes in. Your dad goes in B. I think he has more character than any of the C tier characters. This is Farah. Farah's a freedom fighter. She's interesting. This is Farid. Farid is interesting. You play as him in the one level in Black Ops 2, where you can choose to kill Harper or, sacrifice yourself. Foley. This is the guy who keeps screaming Ramirez at you in Modern Warfare 2. And he's voiced by Keith David, so that's a plus. And this is Ayalo. This is the other friend in your squad in World War II. He's like the racist character, who learns to accept the differences along the story, who grows. I don't really care much for him, but he has a lot more character than, anyone below him. This is Freisinger. I'm gonna put him in B. It's because I find his death so satisfying. Alright, Gas. Gas isn't interesting at all. Yeah, Gas is definitely a C character. Like, he's just your standard SAS soldier. Okay, no, this isn't right. Gator and Gas goes to B tier. Alright, Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is an S. Everyone recognizes Ghost. He has his own comic book, for God's sake. This is Gideon. Gideon is a B tier. This is Go Joulon. She's one of the leaders of the 54 Immortals in Black Ops 3, and she's like this crazy leader who you maim. Yeah, she's interesting. Gorbachev. Yeah, Gorbachev is an S. He helped bring down the Soviet Union. This is Griggs. Griggs is okay. Alright, next up is Hades, the villain from Advanced Warfare. He could have been more interesting, but he's just not there enough. He's just against technology for some reason, and they don't really give him a good motive to be a villain, so he's a C. Hadir. Yeah, Hadir is not interesting as Farah. He's a B. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do some arrangements here later, but we'll get there. Harper is voiced by the guy from The Walking Dead, which I don't remember the name now, but which I find really entertaining. And I think his whole character is he's not different, but he helps. He's fun, but he's a B. Yeah. This is Heinrich, the guy you kill in World War II, the only really villain in the game, aside from all of Nazi Germany. He's a B. I like the way they present him in the game. Hash, your brother, he's a B character. I don't really care for him. This is Hudson. Okay, Hudson's an A. All right, he is interesting. He's this cold person. He has had 3 different voice actors in 3 different games so far, but he remains this interesting character. This is Ilona. I'm sorry. I like Ilona. She's not A, but she's a B. She's interesting. This is the guy. This is the Russian brute that you fight as a kid in Hometown. The level I said was the worst in the whole series. Yeah, he's a C because we all recognize him. This is Hendrix. I don't like Hendrix. I don't like most characters in Black Ops 3. He's a C. I don't like him. James Baker. Who? If you're from the US, tell me in the comments who is he. I like this character. I don't remember his name. Booker. James Booker Washington. He was interesting in Vanguard. It was different. He wasn't that generic as much as other characters, as other sergeants we've seen or captains we've seen across the series. I think he's an A. I like his character. This is Richter. His character isn't interesting. He's a C. He just drives the plot forward in Vanguard, but yeah, I don't really care for him. His struggles, his death, I don't care. Damn, this is Japanese officer. We all remember him, right? Because it's the guy that from that scene where the other Marine gets his eye burned with a cigar, actually. and it's a very gruesome scene. And yeah, that's him right there. He's a C. This is John Taylor from Black Ops 3. You know how I said I didn't like any of the Black Ops 3 characters. Well, I lied to myself because I like him. No, he's an. God damn it, Kevin Spacey. Why did you have to go and commit multiple occasions of sexual harassment? Fuck you. Damn, I loved you as an actor, but like, you know, fuck you, Kevin Spacey. You know, I take back what I talked about in my last video, where I said like he was a good character, like his performance was good. Like, you know, fuck him, fuck Kevin Spacey, fuck you. I'm gonna leave you as an NPC. This is Turner. Turner is nice. I like him. Okay, the guy from Black Ops 3 is gonna go to B. This is Kamarov. Kamarov isn't developed enough to be a B tier character. He just appears in COD 4, then only appears in Modern Warfare 3, and then dies. You know, they could have done more with him. This character is just, I don't like her. I don't find her interesting. She's just stereotypical CIA agent that like has a good heart, wants to do the right thing, but it's caught in the middle of lots of intricate parts. You know, whatever. I don't like her. I think this is my favorite character. You know, this is Kaylor. Everybody knows who Kaylor is. No, but kidding. Like, this is. I have no idea why they decided to add him as a character. Like, just take a look at like the one picture they have of him. Like, look at how much I need to stretch it. You can count the pixels on him. He's just a driver in that Hong Kong level that appears for like a brief second. But he's a character. This is one of the guys playing basketball in the first level of Modern Warfare 2. No, he's not an NPC. He's an NPC, but he's more recognizable than most of these characters. Hell, he's more recognizable than any of these guys. This is Keegan. I love Keegan. He has this like stealthy persona that is like, I don't know, it's interesting. Kennedy, S tier. Khalil from Black Ops 3. B tier. He's interesting. He's Egyptian. He's not. He's like just trying to do his thing. He doesn't really care about all that AI nonsense in the game. He just wants to protect his people. He's a good guy. I like him. This is Nox. Nox is a C. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Khalil's a C. Gator is a C. Gas is a C. Arthur Kingsley is a C. Your father is a C. Farr is a B. Briggs is a B. This guy is a B. Chloe Lynch is a B. Chernov is a B. Bal is a C. This guy's a C. Come on, I'm not gonna leave him an A. Karchenko is a C. He's your standard stereotypical grunt. I don't like him. Kyle Garrick. I like Kyle Garrick. He's an A. He has a lot of personality. Lazar. Lazar is a C. Logan. That's us. We play Logan in Ghosts. You know, again, if Activision like ever makes like a Ghost 2, he like could become a great character. They could develop his character just like they did with Soap, because in COD 4 Soap was just generic, and then they developed him in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but like all of Ghost characters never got that chance. So as of right now, Logan's like really generic. This is the other guy who plays basketball. I'm gonna put in next to his friend so they can play together. Macmillan is a C. You know, he appears in one level and then he becomes like just a voice in Modern Warfare 3. It's nice that he came back, but not enough. Makarov, I love Makarov. Like, he has a lot of backstory and he's really present in the game. He's a constant in the Modern Warfare trilogy. He even has heterochromia. Like, one of his eyes is blue and the other is green. I don't know why they did this, but it's just some nice detail, I guess. Marcus Howard, he's the only black character in all of World War II. He's a B character. Mason's an A character. They give him a lot to do, like with all the brainwashing stuff and Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Cold War. He has a lot going for him as a character. McNamara, Secretary McNamara. I'm gonna leave him an S. because he's Secretary McNamara. I love his name. It's just McNamara. It just brings a lot of impact to it. Meat. Meat is the guy who fights alongside you in the favela. And what I love him is that sometimes his character model can be Caucasian and sometimes he can be black. And it's really weird when that happens. Next, Menendez. I love Menendez. I don't love Menendez, but he's like really interesting. Like, I like listening to his speeches. I don't believe in what he says, but they're really cool. Like, he has this whole Marxist, anarchist ideology. Yeah, he's just different from the rest of the guys. Merrick, I like Merrick. He's an 8 character. Yeah, I like his design. This is Troy Baker. You could say his name is actually Mitchell in the game, but no, this is Troy Baker. And I like Troy Baker. And everybody knows Troy Baker, so that's an S. This is Reyes from Infinite Warfare. And he's a B character, right? Nikolai. Everybody remembers Nikolai. He's the chopper pilot. And I'm gonna put him in A. He's nice. He's fun. He's different. He's more like, I wouldn't say lighthearted, but he's not on the same note as every other character, like serious all the time. Salter from Infinite Warfare is alongside her captain. No, I think she's more interesting than him, than Reyes, but not that much. Alright, Noriega. Not everyone knows who Noriega is. When the US invaded Panama, took him down. But I like his character in the game. He's very interesting, actually. His participation is interesting. The way you frame him, the way, helps Menendez and all that stuff. Oliver North. I think I should know who this guy is, or what he did. But truth be told, I don't. But I know there are a lot of people who are going to recognize him, so he's a C. This is Bark. I don't like her. This is you. This is Paul Jackson. Dying from a nuke. I'm going to put him in B. Because everybody remembers his death scene, not the character itself, but the death scene. Perseus. Yeah, he's a C. Like, he appears only at the ending. And that's if you choose the bad ending. Everyone remembers this guy. This is Player. The famous character from Black Ops 3, See. Paulina. I'm going to put her in 8. They really hit home with this one. This is the one, I think, the only one that they actually got right as an interesting character in Vanguard. Polanski. C. Price. S tier. No doubt. Love him. It's Price. I don't need to explain Price to you. This is Kane. I don't like her. This is one of the characters in Black Ops 3 that I don't like. This is your Admiral in Infinite Warfare. Like, his whole participation in the story is just stupid. He doesn't make a single good decision. He's barely in the game. He's a C. I've been calling him Roosevelt so far, but it's Regan. Damn. Sorry about that, guys. I won't make that mistake again. He's an S tier, by the way. Everybody knows Regan. Raznov. Everybody likes Raznov. He's awesome. Riley the dog. It's a dog. A tier. Roach. This is Roach. This is him in the short movie that came out promoting Modern Warfare 3, I think. And this is the only time we ever see him. So yeah, this is Roach. His death scene is iconic. So, that's why he's in B. Zussman from World War II. He's up there with the rest of his squad. Roebuck. This guy's dubbed by Keith Sutherland. The guy from 24 Hours who also dubbed Big Boss in MGS5. He's a B character. He is interesting enough. Bodakov in Modern Warfare 2019. I don't like. He's just too villainy, too cartoonish. The main character from World War II, Davis. He's a B. Rourke is a B. He's interesting enough. He has a lot of plot behind him, so which is enough to hold him in B. Next up is Rousseau. C. She's a French freedom fighter. That's it. Salazar, B, maybe an A. An A. I like him. I like his betrayal scenes. Very like dramatic, and I think he had his reasons, which we don't know, but I think he had them. Kit Harington is a C. Sandman. I like Sandman. I like William Fichtner, which dubs him, and he's an A. I like Sandman. Jonas Savimbi. This guy exists. A lot of people remember him, but he's an A. He's very characteristic. He has like a lot of personality in the game. Yeah, Section. A B. Sergey. Everybody remembers Sergey from one of the best levels in the game. He's the monster of Magadan. So yeah, I don't think he even speaks a single word. But I'm gonna put him in A. This is Shepard. I like Shepard. A. His speeches are really like impactful. He really makes himself present in the game. That's all. Sims. I don't like Sims. The token black character in Cold War. Soap. I like Soap. He's an A. Steiner. B. The Butcher. The Butcher's an iconic character. I like him. He's memorable. He's an A. The Wolf, not so much. In fact, I'd say the Wolf is a C. Kashima is nice. He has more personality. He's from Canada. And he's a really vivid character. I like him. This is Truck. Truck's only pro is that he's voiced by Idris Elba. But still, he's a C. Okay, Omar is a Fallout character, actually. He's a little bit generic, but still, he's a B. Vasquez is a C character. Alright, Victor Zakayev. This guy's memorable just from his whole Adidas outfit. And just from the mission and the way he kills himself. I'm gonna put him in B because he's recognizable. That guy from Vanguard, I don't like him. He's generic, too generic. Weaver, the Russian in Black Ops, who disappears from the rest of the games for some reason, which is unfortunate because he was interesting. He had an eye patch, and he was Russian. I liked him. And then Josh Duhamel, I liked him in Transformers, so he's going in S. Woods, everybody knows who Woods is. Yuri in Modern Warfare 3, B. No, B. He's a B. Finally, the last character, Zakayev. Where are we gonna put Zakayev? No. Yeah, he's a C, definitely. Like, he's just an evil Russian guy. Just like Kravchenko, just like Dragovich. Alright, and that's it for all the characters. And now just so to do like an overview of the list. So as tier you have Adler, Castro, Ghost, Gorbachev, Kennedy, McNamara, Tribaker, Price, Regan, Reznov, Josh Duhamel, and Woods. A tier we have Bowman, Cormac, Corvus, Ethan, Foley, Hudson, Turner, Keegan, Kyle, Makarov, Mason, Menendez, Merrick, Nikolai, Noriega, Polina, Riley, Salazar, Sandman, Savimbi, Sergey, Shepard, Soap, and the Butcher. And then B, we got these guys, and then C, and then all of the rest, And I think it's a good list. Yeah. And if you're still watching, thanks a lot, really, from the heart. If you like to share, subscribe, all of that stuff, I really appreciate it. Comment on whether you agree on, whether you disagree. If you like for me to, fuck off, You can comment that. I just comment, fuck you. And that's it, really. But thanks anyway. Love you guys. And I'll see you on the next video.